Hi friends, I am going to attempt to try and get caught up with some of my homemaking skills today. As you know, we are in the process of moving. So currently things are quite the mess. I mean that, and more on that later. But first things first, my kitchen needs, well, it needs quite a lot of attention, and I'm going to try to tackle a few things. Not a lot of big things, but you know, sometimes I find in my life, in my kitchen, it is the smaller things, the little everyday things that you just like to have done. When you wake up in the morning, it's done. Or when you wake up first thing in the morning, you just do it so that the rest of your day, you can go on with the rest of your day and things are just a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, and I would love to have you join me. A little later on in the video, I'm going to be asking you about some staging ideas. If you have any ideas at all, that would be really wonderful. That would be kind of fun to put our ideas together. There's my tea out there, my sun tea, getting all ready for the day. It's nice and early in the morning, and Brownie's just sitting there waiting for me to open the door so she can go in, get her treat, and go lie down on her chair. So let's go ahead inside and see what we can get done today. My pantry has seen better days. So this morning, one of the things that I really need to do is fill up my containers. Right now I have some chia seeds. Do y'all ever have chia seeds in your house? I really like them. It's not that they taste good or they taste bad or anything, but they are chock full of omega-3s. I mean, they are really, I think I even heard one place that they are even more filled with omegas than salmon even. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good, and I throw it in my smoothies. And every morning I love to make my smoothies, and I make the same one all the time because it's just always so good. I make sure that all the ingredients are organic and clean. And so here we are. We have some blueberries and strawberries and some milk, orange juice, my chia seeds, some yogurt. I like some Greek style yogurt, and unflavored, because once they start flavoring it, you get into added sugars and natural flavors, which are just not good. And a little bit of honey. I like to put honey in here instead of like the monk fruit, because the honey is very good. The raw organic honey is so beneficial to us. So I really try to make sure that my mornings are just chock full with as much good quality ingredients that I possibly can. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything in my smoothie here, and then just whip it all together and have a really nice breakfast. And I'll probably go back and sit out on the back porch for just a few minutes and take in some vitamin D. I also love to add these vital proteins, the peptides, collagen peptides. I get this at Costco. Yeah, I think it's around $32. It's a great big container though. It's really nice. And it makes my smoothie more like a milkshake. It's really creamy and smooth, and I love getting that collagen for my bones and my skin and my hair. I just think it's just something that we really need. If you've ever seen that at Costco, pick yourself up one and just put a couple tablespoons in a smoothie, or even in some milk or some water, and drink that down, because it's really good and healthy. One of the things that I do, you know me and my sourdough. I love making sourdough anything, and I'm getting my sourdough starter out here. I haven't had it out in a couple days. It's been in my refrigerator, so I'm feeding it some flour. This is some all-purpose organic flour. I get that at Costco as well. It's a really good price for a 10-pound bag. Actually, you get 2 bags, and I can't remember how much, maybe 17, something like that. Anyway, I'm giving it a really good stir. If you have a sourdough starter, make sure, one of the things people neglect to do is get their starters really supercharged by a really good stir. You just get lots of nice bubbles in there, and everything is just stirred up so beautifully. Then I take that rubber spatula and just kind of smooth down the sides. I rearrange my little rubber band there so I know exactly how much it's going to grow in the next couple of hours. And then another little spot in my kitchen, y'all see this in my videos all the time. A lot of people ask me, what is that little pot filled with stuff on the back of your stove? Well, this is my homemade potpourri, and whenever I slice up apples, I save the skins, I save the cores, I save, right now you're seeing some oranges, we had some oranges lately, I save the skins, I put them all in the freezer, and I fill this sweet little copper pot on the back of my stove with some water, and then I put in the skins of anything that I've saved, and today it's oranges, and then a little bit of either pumpkin pie spice, which I think is what I use today, or cinnamon, or cloves, or a combination of those. They all just smell so good, and it's a burner that's just a warming burner, and it just sits there, and the steam comes up through the cinnamon and the beautiful fruit flavors that are in there with the water. It is such... It's just something that makes Darlene really happy. It's something that really, really brings joy to my heart, because when I come downstairs and turn around in the kitchen, oh, that waft of smell of cinnamon is really special to me. I love it. I love it. So I make sure that I get it done each and every morning. And this also was in need some filling up the canisters. You just have to do it every once in a while. It's what keeps my kitchen running. If I know that it's done and it's there and it's on the ready when I need it, then I feel better about standing there on my feet all day and doing whatever it is that I need to do with my flour. But now it is all filled, and onto the brown sugar. Yep, I was getting low on brown sugar, so I did purchase some more at the grocery store the other day, and there's my little brown bears. You know what? If you guys have ever seen those little brown bears and wondered, yeah, do they really, really keep that brown sugar soft? Well, I'll tell you what, I've had those little brown bears for over 20 years. Yep, over 20 years. And I only dipped them in water maybe once or twice, because they say to do that first and dry them off and then put them in your sugar, but I never do. I just stick them right back in, just like you're seeing me do here. And yeah, you can still get them. In fact, I think they have them in my little store below if you want to go check that out, my little Amazon store. They're not expensive, and they will keep your brown sugar so nice and soft. You'll never have clumps or anything like that, so it's kind of nice. And I left my pantry open because I was in and out of it a million times today, but it's actually in pretty good shape. I'm going to put my flour right next to my sugar here, put the lid on, and yeah, it's in pretty good shape. Last time I cleaned it up, I think I even did a video on that. You know what? A clean, orderly pantry to me just simply means, you know what, I know where everything is. I know where that bag of white chocolate chips is. You know, I know where that certain container is that I need right now. And if you know that, then you have got a very healthy pantry. This is my special wall. I haven't shown you guys this wall in a long time. I hang my boards here. And this is that sweet little shelf that I had made when we kind of redid our kitchen a little while back. And I keep my herbs here. These are fresh herbs that I had last year. Not this year, but last year. And I'm still using them. And let's see what else I keep here. Some whole wheat flour. It's a working shelf. It really is. It's like a second pantry. It could be fuller. It really could. But I do have some decorative things on there too that I just love looking at. And I have some potato flakes up there. What a mess my kitchen is. Oh, I can't wait to show you the rest of my messy house. It's just terrible. And I'm going to put some rice up there that I'm pulling off rice and those flaked potatoes all the time. I use flaked potatoes in some of my yeast doughs. Yeah, they make really good rolls, potato rolls, really delicious. So there you go. There's my beautiful little shelf. And here, you know, while I was in my pantry, I found my bag of, well, they're bonnets, you know, they're like the little shower caps, but you know what I use these for. You have got to know. These are for my breads. I put these over my bread doughs. I have my bowls and make up my doughs on my sourdoughs, and then I just, for fun, you know, for nothing else, and it really does keep them nice and moist. The air doesn't get in there, and because there's plastic inside, fabric outside, it really keeps my doughs so nice and moist. They grow beautifully. This little set right here, these three little daisies, the green, the pink, and the blue, those are a set. They're my favorite, and they are too below in the Amazon store, and all the rest of them are as well. And the back porch, just, I'll tell you what, I struggle keeping this back porch clean. I really do. I love it, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. In fact, I'm opening all the doors up here today so I can get in here. I'm just going to give it a quick little wipe down because it gets very dirty with the wind blowing, and you know, it just gets dirty out there. It gets dusty. Pollen gets all over things. It's not too thick right now. It's usually, in April and May when we open it up, it needs a good scrub down. We're talking about, bringing the bucket and the scrubbers and all that kind of stuff out there. But, during the summer, just like what I'm doing right now, just a wet rag, just trying to keep down some of the dust and the dirt. And we did get some cute little new cushions out here. It's only taken us about 15, 18 years to get new cushions, honestly. These are the deep-seated cushions, and it was terribly difficult to find them to fit. They're not even an exact perfect fit, but they are good enough, and they are so comfortable and clean. That's what makes me so happy. The other ones, even though they've been under, a roof all the time, they get dirty spots on them, and they were becoming harder and harder to wash. So there you go. I'm so happy, and I love the color of them too. I just think it's very natural looking, Oh boy. All right, here it is. I told you I was going to show it. This is my disaster, part of my disaster. Yes, we are packing fools, I'll tell you. But what's going on is we're having some work done in our garage, which I should have showed you, and I didn't. But I'll show you when it's done. Anyway, just painting, basically. And so the garage stuff had to come inside here. There's nowhere else for it to go. We didn't bring the trash can in or anything like that. And there's still some things hanging on the walls out in the garage. But the floor, as far as what was on the floor, it is now all in my family room. As you can see. And I don't think this would make any of you happy. You tell me in those comments below if this mess would make you happy in your family room. But I'm trying to stay cool, because I know better times are coming, and it's just around the corner when we will be putting everything in the garage and fixing up that room. Recently, we sold our dining room set, so we have this great big open room now. This is really one of my favorite pieces of furniture. We've had it for so many years, and all my goodies are in there, all the things that I just treasure and love so much. But we have no dining room set, and I have nothing to replace it with. A couple things are in there that were from the other room. Everything's just kind of all mixed up right now. But as far as staging, this is where I need your help. Staging. All right, how do you stage a room where there's no furniture? Do you just leave it empty, or what? What do you do? I know some of you guys have ideas on that. They say not to leave a room empty, but I don't know what to stage it with. And here you're looking at my office, or the office to the house. I've staged it a little bit here with that. I bought that little rug, and I put the desk and the chair there, thinking that it would look nice, like a real office. And of course, that chair I'll stage that chair in that as well. That's Brownie's chair, so I don't want to move her quite yet. But if you have any ideas on how you might rearrange that chair and desk, let me know. Back to the family room here, as far as staging, when all that stuff is gone out of there, all that's going to be left is a sofa, a table, a lamp, another little lamp back there by the window, and the other little sofa. And that's it. So how can I stage that? What do I bring in? What do I do to make that look like a lovely room? There is a rug in there as well too. And here's a simple supper for the night. Yes, I have to give you a simple supper. So tonight I dug in my refrigerator and I thought, well, what do I have? I was tired and I really didn't feel like doing too much, and I had just had that smoothie. Well, it had been a couple hours, but I was still full from it. So this is really just for Lou. That is a hamburger patty. We had hamburgers last night on fresh sourdough rolls. So I cut up that hamburger and put it in a pan. And now you see me slicing up some of that sourdough bread. I'm just going to put it right in the little toaster oven there, so that'll crisp up. Yeah, there's nothing like a piece of homemade sourdough toast. It is so, so delicious. And now I'm just going to crack a couple eggs over this little piece of burger here that was so good. Oh, it was flavored so nicely. And it's organic meat, and it's just, it's quality. It's quality right here. And these are organic eggs going right over them. And I'm just going to have, I guess, like a little bake, I guess you could call it. I don't know. So we're just going to scramble it all up for Lou tonight. Add a little salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of onion seasonings or something. Yeah, I kept it real simple. He just wanted a nice simple supper. And I'm just going to add a little bit of cheese in here and get that all nice and melted down, and it really does smell quite good. So I could have had it very easily, but this is just about the simplest supper you can possibly get. But it's packed with good quality protein, and you know, I feel good serving this to Lou. I really do. And it's better than, you know, throwing that hamburger away. And here are some oranges. Lately we've been on an orange kick. They're so good at Aldi. They have some really good oranges lately. So I put one of those on there, and of course there's that beautiful piece of sourdough toast, all nice and buttered. Looks pretty good to me. I think I probably should have had some. And we put a little ketchup over our eggs, especially with hamburger in there, so it's kind of like a cheeseburger egg bake. I guess something like that. I don't know what I'd call it, except good. It was delicious. Yep, he said it was absolutely delicious. Well, thank you for joining me today, friends. I am so happy to be here, and I am so happy when you are here with me. I'm looking forward to all your comments. Help me out. The last video I put out with all the houses we viewed, you were so helpful to me, and I just so appreciate it. Help me out again. Brownie's my little vacuum. She's just cleaning up my kitchen floor. Bye now. I'll see you soon. Lord bless.